So what's up, everybody? It is your boy JB, along with the Whether You Like It or Not panel, and we are here to discuss the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. What was this? Season 14, episode 10.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. So how everybody doing today?
I'm good.
I'm good.
You really be with these braids? Like,
yes, girl. You just came back from vacation, or you going on vacation?
I'm going. I'm on my way.
Okay.
Giving set it off. That's what it's giving.
Oh.
See what I'm saying now? Let the record reflect that Scotty started with me. Let the record
started with you.
reflect.
Absolutely started with you. Duh. You don't
Miss
need
Bay
nobody
Thing
to
said
co-sign
your hair
you.
real cute.
Thank you, Miss Bay Thing. Wait till I take it out, honey.
And look at Scotty's
Say it.
Well, no.
I gotta set it off. What's the procedure?
Oh,
Girl,
Lord.
shut up.
Well, really, be you have your hair done. I'm actually going to be getting my hair did up Friday morning.
Oh, shit.
Okay. New hair who this?
Right.
Yes.
Scotty, you make sure you now, Scotty. Don't let y'all get carried away down in them Atlanta streets now.
I don't think
that's
he
why
will.
you.
I don't think he will. It's probably gonna be me.
Oh, it's gonna definitely be your whole ass.
Me and Carl.
Oh yeah,
get the review going. The
definitely Carl.
You see the name calling that set it off just did. You see the name calling. So I got
SOS.
SOS. Entire panel. I just want you to know that I got set it off this whole panel. Her name would be Set It Off TV this whole time.
for this panel.
Oh Lord.
Just let you know.
Oh, so y'all, you getting your hair done so you can go down to the street, go down in the Atlanta streets and
that's why I
have big fun.
No, I'll be in Atlanta and I'll be getting my hair fixed up Friday morning before we all hang out later on.
Okay.
I gotta remember I'm old, so.
So you got to be in the bed by what, 10:30? That's too late,
baby. Because I'll be falling asleep. Because I'm falling asleep.
I'm not even going to
apps. Okay,
that's why I was asleep.
I'm not even gonna say nothing because when I came one year to visit Josiah and we had went out to a club and we decided to go to IHOP afterwards, I was asleep right there at the table.
I fell asleep in the club once before with my cousin.
Oh, I do it all the time. I did it when I was out with House. It was me, House of Aaron, Bingeworthy, and Jamar. We went to this place called Friends. I was ready to go, and I told Aaron I was ready to go, and he wasn't ready to go, child. And I had been flying on the plane all day, and I'm like, bitch, I am 30-something. I cannot be out here this late. And so
I know when I be thinking about the 20s, it'd be like the stuff
right.
in my 20s.
And at the time, Aaron was still in his 20s at the time. So when we was getting ready to go, we got back to his apartment, and
it can really be.
Aaron was like, where y'all going? And then Jamar said, bitch, we're going home. What are you talking about? And it was like 3:00 in the morning.
I mean, I can do 3:00. It just got to be on the weekend, and even then, it's a struggle because I'm probably like half sleep. So if you ask me something, I'm like, yeah, whatever you say, because I don't be knowing nothing.
Let me explain. I don't even want to tell too much of my business, but I'm good.
I'll tell it all. Run it.
If I'm still up at 3 a.m, it must be some penis involved. That's all I gotta say about it.
Period.
Okay, now I'll give you that.
Okay.
Sure.
And even then, I still took a nap. Somewhere.
Right.
So really, you be having that leg up. I see.
Okay. Long as you know.
Oh shit.
Oh no! Wait, no! Abort mission! Oh Jesus! Oh God! Please help us.
We ain't got to the episode yet. We cutting up.
Okay.
That's part of the problem with Scotty.
What's the problem?
You're a whore.
Oh.
By who? By whose word?
Me. By mine.
It's by your word, so we know that's
Yes.
Got
Just
it.
like Sutton Mama is a racist by my word.
Just like
I feel like all our words.
Just like you're
Yeah,
a
I think
bully
all
by
our
my
words.
word. You're a bully by
I'm
my
not no
word.
bully. I don't
You
bully
are.
nobody.
You got those bully braids
Belle, have
and
I
your
ever
bully
bullied you?
glasses and your
I have
bully
not.
lipstick.
JB,
All
have I
of
ever
it.
bullied you?
Yes, you do it all the time.
Wait a minute, JB, are we
No, are you talking to me? I didn't hear you because Scotty
Yeah.
talking. No,
Oh, I
you
thought
ain't
you
talking to
No,
me.
no, I wasn't nobody talking to Scotty. I said, have I ever bullied you, JB?
No, you've been nice to me.
Yeah.
You've been
See?
sweet.
Yet.
Oh, Scotty.
Get to
Let's
know
go.
her better.
Moving right along. Let's
Get to know
go.
her better. Get to
Oh.
know her better. She'll be bullying you soon. Get to know
Oh
her better.
Lord. Oh Lord.
So let me ask a question real quick because I know y'all do tweets of the week. Y'all want to do that over here with this one?
We got to
I mean,
stop
we
doing
can
it.
if you want to.
No, because it was one. It was it ain't really a big thing, but it was something that I did see that caught my attention. I ain't adding to my computer, but
It's up to you.
Yeah, go for it.
okay. And Scotty said y'all gonna stop doing that.
Because we sick of it at this point.
I'm pretty sure y'all are.
No, I think the problem is we just can't like Potomac just not the tweets just aren't that great.
And I found one that was funny because this one says Reba can't believe that a colored woman is in her house.
Yes. Yes. I swear.
Basically.
That one had me
I was like,
laughing.
do that lady? She must got a cataract. Cause do she know Garcelle is black? I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on.
And then this one says, sorry, but I don't think Dorit, all of my house workers are black, and my mom has a best friend. My mom's best friend is black. Kimsley is being genuine with bows. And Scotty, I found one that I know I got one that you definitely gonna like. It says, unpopular opinion. I never liked Kyle as a housewife. She's not authentic, but expects authenticity and loyalty from everyone else.
Oh, yes. Speak the truth.
And then this one, it says, Garcelle, you know why that Southern white lady didn't say you were pretty. Those had me laughing. Because I mean, let's be real. We know why that Southern white lady won Garcelle.
We all know why.
Yes.
So the episode opened,
and I'll wait till I get to my. I'll wait till I get to my till we get to that part. But I said it in my review last night. You know.
Now, how did y'all feel about this montage of the opening episode with Dorit and PK, where we see them uplifting each other, then we see the dissolution of, we see the staged robbery. I'm not even going to use air quotes. Staged robbery. I don't believe that bullshit. I think it was staged. I said what I said.
So, as somebody who watches a lot of Housewives, and Scotty and all of y'all can speak on this. Whenever I start seeing stuff like that and seeing the montages and what they did last night, I feel like Dorit, you in danger. I feel like production is setting you up, girl.
Mm-hmm.
When you, let me ask, okay, so when you say in danger, like in danger of not being on the show anymore, or in danger?
No, in danger of them exposing some shit she done said that is not about to connect with what we seeing on camera.
Okay, I see. I got you.
I mean, I honestly don't care, and it's only because of the fact that maybe it's PK's doing, but I don't like the one-sidedness of Dorit's storyline. Because you're just telling us from your vantage point, and some of it is just like, did he really say it, or maybe he said it, but you putting some extra stank on it because you're saying you were in therapy and really be called it out. That sounds like y'all more in mediation than anything. So because we're only hearing your side and we're not hearing nothing from PK, and it's just the up and down of it all. And sometimes it seems like you're trying to come up with something on the fly because you just need to have this sensationalized moment. I don't care.
Because I mean, that's not even how therapy works. You don't get unlimited time in a therapy session. She said they were only supposed to be there. Yeah, she said they were there like 5 or 6 hours. That is not how therapy works, ma'am.
I was thinking that was me. I'm like, that sounds like mediation to me, because I know you be in mediation. It sounded more like
mediation. And then he got up talking about something. I want a divorce. That sounds like y'all were meeting to discuss the divorce, and you said it was a therapy session because that sounded like, isn't that what Ashley said, that they went in there and they was in mediation for like 8 or 9 hours? That is what that sounds like to me.
It did. That's why. Okay, you're right. I was like, that sounds like mediation. Okay.
What therapists in Beverly Hills worth their salt just got an extra 7 hours on their schedule that they can let Dorit and PK just take up their whole day?
That's true.
I mean, I'm yearly in therapy with my therapist this morning. It's 1 hour. We might go 5, maybe 10 minutes over.
Right. You might get a few extra minutes, but you ain't getting 6 hours.
Exactly. Because now we got to bring that next person in because they have their stuff blocked off a certain way. So,
and I don't even think therapists, I mean, I'm not a therapist, so I don't want to speak for therapists. So if there is one, let me know. I don't even think that's healthy or recommended to be in therapy for 6 hours at one time. I don't even think that's healthy. Yeah.
What do you have to talk about with 6 hours?
Right. What didn't Dorit say that his sponsor was present in some of these conversations as well?
No,
well,
so
when the sponsor was there. Oh, go ahead, B. I'm sorry, Boo.
So yeah, the sponsor was supposed to be present when he wanted to go through with the separation.
Okay.
And I think she was trying to allude to that. It was she was trying to. I felt like she was trying to allude that the sponsor was sort of egging on the separation, that PK didn't really want it, but that was the sponsor. I feel like she didn't say that, but I feel like that was like, why would you bring up that the sponsor was there and that you were blindsided, other than to maybe insinuate that the sponsor sort of had something to do with it? That's how I read it. That might not be how she meant it, but that's how I heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I took it too. That she was trying to say. But the problem that I have with Dorit is, and we can talk about. I'll talk about it later. But I honestly think when it comes to PK, I feel like PK is getting sober. He's realizing, I don't like this bitch like that. Let me get you.
Damn.
Like that's what I think it is.
That's honestly what I think too. That's what.
And I'm gonna tell you what I don't. And I said this with Real Housewives of Potomac, and I'm gonna say it over here. I don't respect Mad Day. Don't come down here now and tell us that you've been lying and you've been covering for PK and you've been pretending for the last 3 years, 4 years you've been on this show, and now all of a sudden you're gonna come down here, you're gonna expose it. To me, I don't like that. I don't listen. I might think that what Kyle and Mauricio was doing is straight for gazy, but I respect the fact that they are trying to protect their marriage and they're going to tell us what they want us to know. Because we ain't even gotten to the episode yet, but when we get to that scene with Kyle and Mauricio, I got an observation. But don't come down here now talking about, I've been protecting him. Yeah, the DUI. Yeah, the gambling debt. Yeah, no, don't do that now. Because when it was happening, you was ride or die protecting your man. Don't do that now. Don't do that.
Like we said last week, they attack other people. They went against Denise. Which, did y'all see that Denise got a show coming to Bravo?
Yeah,
I did see that.
And it's got housewives.
Did you see that her kids look like they out of control, cussing each other out and stuff? I said, this ain't some white people shit right here.
Exactly.
Remind me, because forgive me, I get these women mixed up sometimes. Denise Richards is the one that came on with the jacket backwards and drunk. Yes. Okay, okay, that's her. Oh, she might be a good time to watch. She a mess. I might watch her. She was a good
time on the show, but the girls ran her off.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She was good on the show. They just ran her ass.
But that's because she allowed them to run her.
She allowed Renna to run her. Let's be real. It was Renna.
Okay, but
let me tell you what my problem with Denise was. This is why Denise got ran off the show, because Denise know good and damn well that when them cameras ain't around, Denise, because in that first season she was telling all her business about her husband having threesomes and all this other stuff, and then something must have happened. I don't know if Charlie Sheen attorney called her and said, "Hey girl, I don't know what happened," but then she came back that next season and was trying to act like she was all holier than thou, Mother Teresa. Oh my gosh, don't talk about vagina. My kids are over there at the table. Girl, you literally was talking about threesomes with your man. Girl.
But no,
even though I don't rock with Brandy Glanville, I believe Brandy and Denise had they was doing a little slurping and touching, and I believe it.
I don't believe Brandy, because Brandy's a liar.
Brandy is a liar, but I absolutely believe that Brandy and Denise, I don't think they were in no relationship. I think they had a wild night. I think they had a wild night. I do.
I need Brandy to figure out what's wrong with her face too.
Too much plastic surgery. Too much cheap Colombian plastic surgery.
Baby, their faces.
Her ass went under the knife one too many times with somebody that didn't have the right certification.
Hell no.
When I saw her on my timeline, I was like, Jesus, what is this? Oh my God.
Not Jesus.
And she looking for sympathy because that lawsuit against Bravo ain't going the way she wanted to go.
Her and Leah.
Child.
Y'all deep off in the white women. I don't know.
I love the white women.
Huh?
The white women give. Some of
them. They do. I'll say Salt Lake City.
But I was gonna say, when I say Denise let them run her off, I'm gonna keep going back to Kim clearing the whole table. Because what I'm saying is, if you've been in these circles, you know what's going on with these women. You know their teeth. Yeah. So fight fire with fire. Where it's again, let's not talk about the husband. Oh, you want to talk about what I'm doing? So what about you? Hold on, wait. This blog right here, it's saying this right here. What about like that? Like that's how you get to the point where they're gonna leave you alone because you keep going back and forth. But she let them run her off, and then did the whole bravo. Did her one better where they kept that whole damn scene in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Okay. So the next thing we got is Sutton had Garcelle over to ask Garcelle to go down to Augusta to meet her mama. And they called Kyle to ask Kyle to come as well. I have my feelings.
Oh, sorry. Why she ain't asked Jennifer? Kyle ain't your friend.
I know.
Kyle. Why? Y'all go ahead.
Jennifer's a friend of.
So follow my train of thought here. It used to be with the housewives where some of them got a flat rate for the season, regardless of how many scenes they were in. At some point, Andy revised it to where you get paid if you're in that episode. Because if y'all remember that one season when Kenny was saying, I'm the highest paid housewife, and Nene was trying to fight her on it, but Nene didn't appear like the first couple of episodes. Mm-hmm. She didn't get paid for that. Because she wasn't in them. And if y'all go back, I think it might have been 2 seasons ago when they were in some snowy area and Kyle was doing the whole chemo-sabi thing and she got pissed because Erica, Dorit, and I think somebody else was in a whole separate location and she was having a whole ass breakdown. That's when Kathy got mad that they weren't featuring her tequila. No, because here's the thing, because if you have all the girls at an event, the chances of it being shown on TV is significantly high. But if the team is divided, they may not show that.
And they get paid. They pay for that and then they pay for them events out of pocket, and Bravo reimburses them if it's on the show.
So look at it this way. Unfortunately, Kyle is the anchor of the show.
Yep.
And now I'm more than sure we would still watch the scene because
very unfortunate.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, Reba, unfortunately, is some good TV.
Yes.
But let's help this by inviting Kyle, because at least I know they're going to include as much of this as possible with Kyle being here. I think that's why they invite her, because everybody was saying Erica was more of a fit to go than Kyle.
But they're not friends like that.
But they're not friends, but they're both
from Georgia.
Yeah. But that makes sense, y'all. That makes sense.
So somebody said Jennifer said she was out of town in Italy on the after show. But you can go ahead, really be.
Well, that's why Jennifer's a friend of the show, because Jennifer was like, look, I'll show up when I can. And when I can't, it is what it is. That's why she's a friend of child. But what I was going to say was I agree with what y'all said. And I think that's pretty valid to say, look, if I know there's certain people in the scene, I have a higher likelihood that that scene is going to be shown. But to the point about Erica, Sutton knew good and damn well that she did not need to introduce Erica to her mama, because Erica would have been cussing Reba out. Y'all already know Erica, how Erica rolls. Erica don't hold her tongue. Erica ain't got no cut card, and Erica would have called Reba on her shit. You know, like I know, if Reba had done the Garcelle in front of Erica, what she did, Erica would have been like, well, that's kind of rude. Mm-hmm. She bought you a gift. That's all you got. Like, Erica would have called her on her shit. Now, And this is why I've kind of come around full circle with Erica, because I used to love me some Erica, and then when all this stuff happened with her husband and stuff, and how nasty she was about it, I had to step away. But she's starting to come full circle, because this is the Erica that I love. Because Erica is like, look, I'm sick of all y'all hoes. Like,
I love me some Erica. I do not, like you said, really be. She is problematic, but
well, now that she's sort of come down, like she's sort of come back around. But yeah. For about those 2 seasons where she was just being just a bitch, I was like, okay, I can't do this with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the funny thing is, the problematic girls on Beverly Hills, what sign they are?
Cancer.
What?
They're all Cancer. Dorit is a Cancer. Rena's a Cancer. Erica's a Cancer.
Oh, here we go.
I'm a Cancer. What you saying, JB?
Keyword problematic, just like the person above me. Keyword problematic.
I'm a Cancer as well. I'm a Cancer as well.
I'm a Cancer, so that's why I say the interesting thing is the problematic women are
keyword problematic.
Yes.
We gonna my birthday is July 16th.
3 of y'all are problematic. Thanks.
Absolutely not. Yeah, my birthday is July 16th.
I am not problematic. I don't know what you're talking about.
That she a Cancer too.
There's a lot of Cancer.
Come on, baby.
Look at all these Cancers. If y'all had Cancer season.
Yes.
Yes.
Cancers.
So. Scotty hating in the background.
Exactly.
Nobody worried about Scotty ass. But yeah, I felt like now. Well, I'll wait till we get to that. But yeah, I agree. I think Kyle being invited was calculated. I don't think it was about. I think it was just calculated.
And not just that, like, again, how do we go from I'm not finna bow down or kiss the ring or whatever to Kyle Richards in one scene, and now it's, oh, would you like to go to Augusta with me?
Right.
Come on now.
That's what threw me off. Okay, but that makes sense. Increasing your likelihood of being aired, this scene being aired. Okay.
But they still split the scenes up, because we're gonna get to it later, because they split it up. But I think they split it up because it was Kathy, because they give Kathy whatever, and she ain't even a fucking housewife.
Well, but I also think they split it up because of the conversation they were having about Dorit in the divorce.
Yeah.
Had nothing interesting happened at that lunch, I don't know if it would have aired.
Yeah. All right. So the next scene is Dorit. So Dorit has Bose over to her house. Now, what I will say is, I think I'm picking up on what Yaya has been saying for the last few panels about Bose. She goes over to Dorit's house, and Dorit just unloads on her about all the stuff that's going on with she and PK. So Dorit, it said they're talking about the fact that Sutton cut Dorit off at on the way to Garcelle's house. I don't care. I was cool with that. So then Bose asked Dorit, like, so have you talked to PK about the little boy, Jagger, right? She's like, oh, I did text PK, and I told him, and so PK, he didn't respond to me, and I was like, really, PK? No response. And then he texts back to her saying, I'm at a wedding, and have a good day. Do y'all believe that?
Because I'm gonna be honest, because somewhere in that story is a lie. Dorit is either lying about them not telling Jagger, or she's lying about how Jagger found out, or PK just he probably wanted to tell the kids anyway, and Dorit chose not to tell the kids, so he probably was like, oh well, he know because I wanted him to know, and no, we don't need to sit down and have no conversation with him about it because I wanted to tell him, so now you deal with it. Like, I wanted to have that conversation, you didn't, so deal with it. But I'm willing to bet that, because I told y'all last week I didn't believe that story Sutton was telling.
Mm-hmm. You did. I want to hear PK's side.
I think that's where PK is. Where the PK is like, right, you deal with it.
Right, and here's the thing, and I do too, and there's a way to do it, and you tell you how we could get PK's side.
Yes, please.
Keep giving us scenes with PK and Mauricio.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping they was gonna do. I thought that since they did it once, they can keep doing it again. It doesn't make sense to hear Dorit all the time with this story. We need both pieces. So I agree with y'all.
So I'm gonna touch on it, and then we'll get to it again later. The problem that I have, because I agree with Really B, I don't really 100% believe that Jagger said this, and I'm gonna tell you guys, like I said, I'm gonna go deeper into it. But Dorit said something about the fact that PK has been gone. So what has your explanation been for the last 3 years?
But there is a possibility that it could be true, and only for this reason. Mind you, kids are tech savvy, but you also have to think Jagger is school age, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the mothers of the children that he's around probably watch Housewives.
Are they homeschooled?
But they homeschool the kids. The kids that they homeschool those kids and they have a nanny.
Oh shit, never mind.
Oh wait, it's not a homeschool cohort kind of thing, or it's just.
Well, I can't speak. I don't have that much detail, so let me not say no.
Okay.
But I know they homeschool them. I know. I know they homeschool them.
Never mind, they're homeschooled.
Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Take the wind out of myself. So okay.
Because I do believe he probably has.
But that's why I said if Jagger found out, it's from somebody the call is coming from inside the house. Somebody in your circle, the nanny, the housekeeper. Like if he found out, that's how he found out. Which is another reason why I don't believe the conversation went the way she said it went.
Gotcha.
Now he may very well have stumbled into it, but I don't think it. I just don't believe it happened like that. Like, how did he know? Did he overhear you talking? Like, you know what I mean? Because, like you said, if PK been outside of the house running back and forth between London, how would the kids even know any different?
Right. That's what she said he been doing.
That's my thing. Like, I agree. I think that he probably heard something, or if he didn't hear anything, like I said before, her kids are 10 and 9. So I'm pretty sure, just like the rest of us, like we all got phones, they got phones, and they can easily.
Wait, something else I'm thinking about though. Even though they're homeschooled, going back to my point, her children do have extracurricular activities where they have to be around other children.
True.
And that could be it. But that's what I'm getting to, where it's like, because sometimes kids overhear their parents talking to some parents just be messy and talk to their kids, and kids talk, and kids can be mean in visual ways. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Well, that's why your mama and your daddy getting a divorce.
Oh, slap right on sight.
So
it's true though.
I mean, it's possible. But I just think I agree with Really Big. I think Dorit could be possibly putting 20 on 10. Shout out to Rox. I think she could be putting 20 on 10 when it's come to this.
Because go ahead. Go ahead.
Because my thing is, like I said, I think she's putting 20 on 10, and I think Dorit knows. We said this before. She knows she needed a storyline, and this was right there in her lap.
Yeah. But and that's why I think she put 20 on 10, because she knows that she on what's the word I'm looking for, on probation.
Oh, probation.
Okay.
I just feel like everything with Dorit is staged. Even with the
like the robbery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right.
I mean, everybody been saying that, but she get mad at Garcelle when she says, but social media been saying that for years that robbery is staged. I don't know no robber that's gonna leave your phone at the gate.
Right.
I didn't say that.
Well, my thing is this: Garcelle called her ass out. Garcelle said, "Girl, ain't that the jewelry you said was stolen during the robbery?"
She sure did.
When Garcelle said that last year, I said, "Well, that solidified that for me."
Okay, so the next scene is Bose. So Bose and what is her man's name? How you pronounce that man's name? Keely.
Fine.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But you got to keep a good eye on him, because I think he ain't shit, y'all. I really do.
Yeah, he's a good looking man. I'll give him that. So they out on a date.
Them be the ones that ain't shit. I would know.
So I do have question marks with him, and listening to this conversation, I have a question mark on one thing, because so they were talking about their relationship. You guys know Bose is trying to do have a baby, and she's about to be, if she's not 47, she's turning 47. And so she's talking to him about this, going through the process, and it sounds like he's putting a pause on this whole having a baby thing. He asked her, like, well, when am I going to be wasting your time? I'm like, sir, you're already wasting her time. She's a woman of a certain age. So you're wasting her time already. And so she told him, she wants to have a baby with him, but she wants to have a baby not out of wedlock, which I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with not having a baby out of wedlock. But I also have a thing of, girl, you're almost 50. So by the time this baby's 18, you're gonna be in your 60s, almost in your 70s. Do you want to be chasing a baby?
Right. And my question would be to her if I were her friend, my question to her would be, were you thinking about having another baby before him? Or are you wanting to have another baby because of him?
That's
because
it.
If you want to have another baby because of him, then I'm like, hell no.
Girl, no.
To the
exactly.
No.
It's the one that wants it, because he was even saying how he wanted 4 and he wanted somebody to carry his name. And as he was talking, and I think I said it last week, I'm just like, no, I see what you're doing. I see, because you're trying to attach yourself to this woman and that pocketbook. I see you. You ain't slick.
Yeah. He outright admitted that he will waste her time. Like, he literally said, I can't tell you that I'm not gonna waste your time.
That was the thing for me.
Oh, that one, and he said something else too. She said
something. He was like, "Well, even if that wasn't the answer, that's the answer I'm giving," or something like that.
Yes. I said, "Girl, if you don't pack, get your keys, get your purse, get up and leave." Girl, he is not.
But see, that makes me wonder, because I've been called jaded when it comes to relationships, because I've said I ain't got time to be wasting. If I don't do it on the first date, on the second date, I'm asking questions. Because again, I ain't trying to waste your time. I damn sure ain't trying to waste time. Because if we don't align on certain things, then cool, I can go ahead and pay for this meal. You have a blessed one. Maybe we can still be friends, but I'm not going to wait 6, 8, 18 months to ask you questions I could have asked you in the very beginning. Now I'm mad saying you wasted my time. No, I wasted my own damn time, because the fact that we going to see you next week, y'all ain't said y'all love each other yet, but you want to sit here and bust it wide open and pop out a child.
Right.
I ain't never seen one.
But Bowles gave us the preface though. In the last episode, she said she love. She don't look at red flags. She just full steam ahead. She don't worry about all that. I said, girl, that's what get you flat on your ass if you keep playing around.
That's how you get your feelings hurt.
It for real. Yeah. He fine and he kind of slick too, girl. You gotta.
And right quick, Bose, I want you know how we be telling people, hey, go talk to Sutton if you trying to get a divorce.
Yes, yeah.
Bose.
Okay.
Come here.
Come close, mama.
What you to do is get your ass on a flight, fly your ass to Atlanta, find Kenya Twirl Moore, and ask her what happened with her and Mark.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to leave it there.
Please, because Mark was fine, but baby, I bet she regret the day she met that motherfucker.
Sure I know she do.
Wait, Mark told her like, "Oh, you can have it all. Like this thing can go down, and I'll build it right back up again." And then what happened? COVID hit, all this other stuff, and you trying to get money from her? Wait, Miss Bay thing said tap tap tap. Really, B? Can you do the tap tap? Because that's your thing.
Okay, come on, sis. Let's have a conversation, girl. There's a meeting in the ladies' room. Come on in here. We got to talk, girl.
Now y'all know I'm a little shady, so I'm gonna say something semi-shady, and it's gonna be nice at the same time. Bose, the hair, I loved it in this episode. This episode, the wig was better. One that many bundles in it, I was like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want from you with the hair. You look good. With this man. This man is, I think, might be a little bit of opportunist.
And speaking of hair, I was watching one of Color Me Pink's reviews, and she said with her face structure and bone structure, was saying that she should have like a low cut type of style. I would actually like to see Bo just rock different hairstyles throughout the season.
Yeah.
And show some versatility. You know, like I would like to now don't pull a Stacy from Potomac. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. But you know, give us a little, little bit of this, a little bit of that,
Yeah. She'll be real cute if she had like a low haircut. It would be real cute. She has such a beautiful face. She's really pretty. Yeah. She's real pretty.
All right. So the next scene, I know Scotty probably don't care about this scene, is Kyle at the gun range with Mauricio.
Hell no.
Now I will say I did like this scene, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I like this scene. She's at the gun range. You guys remember Kyle's house got robbed a few seasons ago.
What house got robbed 10 years ago, JB? Don't do that. That's been 10 damn years.
I know it's been some time. It ain't been that long, but it's been a while. But it's always good to know how to use a firearm in case somebody come in your house and you just got to blast a motherfucker. Go ahead. Because
this scene confirmed to me that Mauricio ass ain't never coming back. Mauricio is never coming back. He said, "I'm gonna show you how to pow. I'm gonna show you how to protect yourself because I ain't never coming back. Okay, exactly. I'm never coming back to that house." And it also confirmed to me that I believe that Mauricio and Kyle been separated. They probably been living in that house because remember, the house that Kyle films in is not her house. That is the guest house out back. That is not her house. So her and Mauricio have probably been living on that property for years. And what happened was they probably had an agreement that they just keep their business to themselves. And when Kyle got caught out in them streets with Morgan, then Mauricio was like, well, hold on. If you get to play, I get to play. If you're going to be out there, I'm going to be out there. And Mauricio finally just picked up his shit and left. That's what that scene said to me.
Same. Taken to the gun range, all that. You're absolutely right.
I'm tripping off Mauricio and the fact that he said he ain't had nothing in his refrigerator and he eats soup. I'm like, ugh.
He is such a bachelor. He is such a bachelor. He was like, I got some eggs in my refrigerator and I drink soup. And she was like, well, how's the condo coming? He was like, it's coming as good as it's going to get. He is such a bachelor. He don't care about all that shit. He probably got a bed. He got a couch. He has a table and one chair. He might have a recliner and he probably got a 500-inch screen TV. That is all he care about.
And have his girlfriend come over there.
Right. Not her inner Tomb Raider. I'm not doing this with him with y'all.
I'm not either. This the fact he done left and went into the chat.
Right.
This the fact that he done went into the chat for me.
He do it all the time. Let him do his thing. He do it all the time, chat.
All right, you guys. So the next scene, you can come back. We're gonna move on to Sutton and them in Augusta. So I thought they were gonna fly private too, but go ahead.
Oh, wait, you talking about them flying?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna go
because really B had a lot to say, and she was giving Garcelle the blues.
Oh,
because they spoiled. Sutton got their asses spoiled. Okay, they were still in the damn VIP exclusive VIP lounge. That's not the regular VIP. I mean, that's not the regular first class lounge, business lounge. I've been in the first class lounge and the business lounge. That was some extra VIP shit. Okay, and then they got a ride from the VIP lounge to the tarmac. Okay, they were still on some extra shit. Okay, they spoiled. Sutton got their asses spoiled, thinking they always gonna fly private. Maybe the jet was in the shop. Okay, maybe Augusta is such a small airport that it's too much for them to fly in and out of. Okay, yeah, she took care of y'all. Y'all was in first class. Y'all was good.
But they took a red eye.
Yeah, if you put me on a private jet, I'm always expect a private jet. I'm just that type of heifer. So
because you spoiled too. Spoiled.
Yes. Spoiled. Roll out the red carpet every time you call me because I and if you don't, I ain't coming. So I feel Garcelle. I'm with her.
I'm spending my money. It ain't cheap to fly that jet. Maybe she was doing something else for her money that month.
That's what I'm saying. Something got to come on.
I didn't say she couldn't afford it. I said maybe she was doing something different. I ain't say she couldn't afford it now.
Well, then she need to spend it on her friends. Spend it on what's important.
You asked us to come. Private jet meeting.
Right.
Private jet. You asked me to come.
Oh, okay.
They were in first class.
Wait, so since that's the case, so Scotty, since you asking me to come to Atlanta,
okay. He said he
wanted Scotty face though. He's like, what?
I have nothing to do with this.
And then he gonna see.
Wait, he's disengaging. Let him disengage. It's okay.
Okay. So what I will also say is the house. So we see as they got to Sutton's house, now that house is badass. It is a plantation house, but it's still nice.
Yeah.
The inside was nice. Then we met Reba.
Hey, we were reintroduced. We met her.
Well, we met Reba, but we were reintroduced to her.
Yeah.
And Reba, the way she hugs Sutton, she hugs Garcelle. Kyle comes in, hugs Kyle and tells her she's pretty. And Garcelle's like, why'd she say that to me?
But can I say this though? Though I don't see it for Reba, Reba is consistent. All right, if y'all remember, I'm gonna give y'all some. Patty LaBelle was doing a tribute to Aretha Franklin, and when she got done, Aretha gave her this pit pat hug. Didn't even embrace her. I say all that to say Reba gave all three of their asses the same damn hug,
but not the same compliment.
That's true, but I'm just saying, like, she's real cold, and even doing that with her daughter, I'm like,
I clocked the racism the minute the bitch said to Kyle, "You pretty." I was like, "Oh, you a racist bitch."
You're pretty. You're not. Like, you know how Nene said, you know how Kenya walked in. Hey, Nene. Hey, bitch. You look fabulous.
You don't.
That's what she was giving. You don't.
And that's part of the reason why I don't see it for Southern like that, because being a Southern boy and hearing people when women say Southern Belle, that's why I never saw it. That's really why I never saw it for Phaedra, because when I hear Southern Belle, I think of an old racist white woman. That's all I think of when I hear Southern Belle as a racist white woman, because I've met some here in Texas. They have that Southern Belle twang, and they'll come up to you and speak to you. But especially if you work in, like, one job I worked with the general public. You could clearly tell that this woman was racist, but I was the only person in the store that she had to work with, and she did not want to work with me. I asked her for her driver's license and her credit card, and I'm sending it up with my hand, sending it up and extending my hand to her. Where do you think she put the driver's license?
On the counter.
On the counter.
Yep.
Trust me.
Put it on the counter.
Working in retail.
When I worked at in Greensboro, when I worked at Babies R Us, one time this lady threw her money at me. I threw her change at her. And my manager came out there and he was like, "Is there a problem?" I said, "No, it ain't no problem." I said, "I gave her change the way she gave me her money."
And that's what I did to her. I put it back on the counter when I was done with it.
She gave me a 20, and she had change all over the floor, but I gave it to you the way you gave it to me. Shit.
I remember working at Dollar General a couple of years back. And this is when I transferred to the Dollar General that was more so in the predominantly white neighborhoods, because I had been working for Dollar General for a little over a year, and I was working in a more black area, but then I transferred. So I wasn't used to this. So this lady came to the register. I rung up her stuff and I was like, "Your total is 15, whatever." She went in her purse, got her money out, and she did me like this. And I looked at her like, then I looked at my manager, I'm like, this. And she told me, "Just get it." I said, okay. Picked up her money, put it in the register, counted her change out, and I said, "Okay, your change is $5.87. And then she looked at me when I threw it down like this. And then she was like, "You're not gonna give it to me?" I said, "You didn't give it to me, so why would I give it back to you? Give it back to you in a different way. I'm keeping the same energy. You didn't give it to me, so why I need to give it to you?" The fuck?
That's exactly what I did to that lady. I put her driver's license card right back on the counter. Bitch, the way you gave it to me is the way you're gonna get that shit back. Don't look at me.
And after a while, I got tired of them doing it. One day, somebody, maybe a couple of weeks later, somebody did the same thing. The same race did the same thing. They did it like this, and I'm like, she was like, "There's my money." I said, "Pick it up and give it to me in my hand."
Okay.
I used to do that with the Hispanic people when I used to work at the Goodwill, because they were notorious for just putting it on the counter. I'm like, I'm not picking that up. And I told them, my manager's like, "You can pick it up." I said, "No, I'm not picking that shit up. Like, if you want me to have it, you're gonna give it. If I'm extending my hand to you, put it in my fucking hand.
Exactly.
Don't put it on the counter, because I'm not touching that shit." Like,
yeah, my district manager did that when he visited the store one day. And after he was done visiting, he was buying something. And then when I rung it up, I had my hand out like this, and he still put it on. I said, "Mr. Mark, I'm not picking it up." And so he was like, what do you mean? I said, my hand was out and you still chose to put it on the counter. So you will pick that up and put it in my hand. I'm not picking it up. He was upset. Had a talk with my manager and everything. And I told my manager, I said, I don't give a damn. You
That's
see
just
my hand out.
It is.
But I will say, like, again, I worked in retail too, you know, and I've dealt with it. I never let it get to, well, first off, it's always happened with people that look like me. Working in the hospital, it's always the black people that feel like I've elevated. So it's, oh, you work on the register here. And for me, it's the whole thing of, okay, it's obvious you're probably having a bad day, and this is the only place that you can exert what little dominance you have. And chances are you are trying to siphon my energy because you need a lightning rod to get off your negative energy. But it's not going to be. So me, I'll just pick it up. And here you go. And you have a blessed day. Thank you so much for shopping with us.
My petty don't work that way.
But no, I would do it to be petty because it's the look on their face of this. Because I'm not giving you what you want. You want the interaction. I'm not finna give it to you. And they would just leave out just real nasty. Have a blessed day. Thank you for shopping with us. Come again.
Well, for me, I was young. I know I was just like, I'm giving you. I remember I was in the South. I didn't grow up like that. I grew up in DC. I didn't grow up around the South. So my thing was, I'm giving you what you giving me. Honestly, I'll be honest, I was a little naive because coming from the city, it was just certain things that, I knew what racism was and all of that, but I didn't deal with blatant racism. Not like that. Like when I was living in North Carolina, like I dealt with some blatant, like in your face, like, and I was like, shit, like it was, it was like covert racism up here, like little shit. Cause I went to a white high school and stuff. So it would be little things done and said, but just straight up, like I ain't never had nobody call me a nigga before. You know what I mean? Like that was some like,
Mika.
You know what I mean? I was like, what? Wait, I'm sorry, what? Like, so yeah, but anyway, so that brings me to the point that I was gonna make. I believe because I know that Sutton and Garcelle are friends in real life. We know that they are friends in real life. I honestly believe that Sutton pulled Garcelle aside off camera and was like, "Look, girl,
whatever happened,
my mama is whatever, however Sutton said it." To let Garcelle know what she was walking into. And I believe that's why Garcelle bought her a gift. I believe that's why Garcelle was trying so hard. Because I believe that Sutton did let her know how her mother was. Because you see, Kyle ain't show up with no damn gift. Kyle was walking around. This is so nice. This house is so beautiful. Like she was giving a fuck. And Garcelle was trying really, really hard. And I think Sutton let her know, look, my mama, Because I just automatically assume that old white people in the deep South are racist, and I know that's not fair, but that's just where my mind goes. I feel like
that's I give that to just a lot of old people in general. Cause like even my mom, is she racist? No, but my mom will say certain things where it's just like, I don't like how that just came out your mouth. And even when
my mama said something to me today that made me be like, Mom, like I was like, Mom, you can't say that.
But along with what's going on with Sutton, like when I was in the service, had a battle buddy, Asian American, we cool this and the third. We're at Fort Worth, Alabama. He's in Atlanta. I'm like, hey man, like I should come see your family, whatnot. And it was one of those like, yeah, I don't think you can come meet my family. And it was and he didn't say it, he said it without saying it that no, they wouldn't be in a roundabout way of saying my family don't like black people.
Right.
But but you have a lot of people where it's that generation don't, and millennials, Gen Z and whatnot don't feel that way, but they know like
my family members,
them over there. But it happens. God knows some people are saying that Sutton might be as well if that's what you come from, and it's a possibility.
That's why I say I don't really see it for Sutton 100% just because of the Southern Belle thing, because that just. It don't sit right in my spirit because, like, the situation happened here in Dallas, not in my hometown. I live in a small city, and my hometown is a little racist. ain't even actually that hoe ain't even a little racist. That bitch is racist. And I've experienced racism one time there, and it was a cop who called me. I was walking. He said something to me, and then he called me boy. He called me boy, and I was like, you know what? Go home. This man got a gun on him.
Yeah.
Do not argue with him. And I went home because he said something to me, and I didn't respond. I didn't respond the way he wanted me to. So he said, "Go home, boy." And I was like, "Oh, you know what? On that note, we definitely going home."
But you know what? That goes back to the store that I was working at before I transferred here. Once again, I don't know why I kept transferring to these predominantly white areas, because that's where I would see certain stuff. Like I always say, living in Mississippi, I've never just had no experience of racism where it was so blatant. It was more subliminal. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to help because I worked in the produce department, so I was helping them bag groceries at the front because they was short. So the woman already act like she didn't want me to touch her Coca-Cola 12 packs. She already act like she didn't want me to touch that. Then she had a pie, and I was trying to put her pie in the bag. Don't handle my pie like that, boy. I said, let me take. I said, can you come here for a second? I'm not your motherfucking boy. That's what I told her.
And you still had a job?
I don't know how I still had the motherfucking job.
Okay.
But I said, I'm not your motherfucking boy. And then I walked off, and I told my manager, I said, look, better talk to him. He said, what? I said, she just called me a boy. And I looked at her and I said, I'm not. And I said, I'm not going to say the word that I said verbatim to you. I'm going to just give you an example of what I said. I told her I'm not her MFing boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, but she ain't had no business calling you boy then. That's what
he didn't.
That's like I used to work at well, it's Bank of America now, but it was Nations Bank when I worked there. And I worked in their car collection department. So I used to be the person calling you, telling you was late on your car note, yada, yada, yada.
You will be the one.
So I called this one house one night, and you know, legally, if you can be married, but I can't talk to you if your name isn't on the loan. I can't tell you why I'm calling. I can say it's a business matter. Mm-hmm. Well, back then, I don't know what the laws are now, child. Now they probably can do whatever, but back then we couldn't legally say. So I was like, "Man, I speak to so and so." And I guess it was her husband, her boyfriend, whoever. He was like, "Well, who is this?" I said, and I told him my name because you know. And they said, "Well, what you want or something?" I said, "Well, I can't speak to you about that." I said, "It's a business matter. I can only speak to. I'm gonna call it Sheila, child. I can only speak to Sheila." So I heard him put the phone down, and she, you know, he was like, "Sheila, the phone is for you." And she said, "Well, who is it?" He said, "I don't know. Some nigga on the phone."
Wow.
So she got on the phone. And she was like, "Who's this?" I said, "It's the nigga that's getting ready to come get your car."
I know that's right.
That's right.
And I sent her car out for repossession. I said,
you know, it's so funny you talk about that because I worked years ago, like actually 10 years ago now at Aaron's, and it was in a little country town outside of my hometown. So my hometown is already country enough. This town is even country. They ain't got no street lights. And it's a bunch of racist white people out there. So at night we had to do a run where if people were behind on their payments and stuff, you go out there, you knock on the door, try to get them to come to, you know, if they come to the door, you take their stuff. So my manager was like, "You're gonna have to go out there by yourself." I said, "Say what now?" He said, "Yeah, you go out there by yourself."
Trying to get me.
And the cars have GPS. The cars have GPS in them, right? And I said, "You know what?" I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, mama." I was like, "This man want me to go out to these people's houses." And I said, "It ain't no lights out here." She was like, "It ain't?" I said, "No." I said, "Not a light anywhere in sight." So she was like, "Stay on the phone with me." I said, "Girl, you ain't got to worry about that." I said, "What I'm going to do is I'm going to go by these houses, turn the car off, and sit idle for about 5 or 10 minutes, start that bitch up, go to the next house." And that's exactly what I did. He was like, "You did it pretty quick." I said, "Mm-hmm." Didn't get out the car from nobody's house.
I wouldn't have done it either.
I ain't got the house for no. I refused. I'm like, these are white people, and my boss wasn't black too. I was like, "You ain't gonna come with me?" Like he was like, "No." He was like, and he was talking about these people cool. I'm like, you trying to pick up their shit? No.
Right, exactly. You coming to take their stuff out their house. And listen, like I said, I worked car collections. We had some stories, people pulling out guns, people trying to fight you. Like They know they ain't paid their car note. They know they behind on their bill. But baby, you would think that you trying to, you know, rob them from their brand new Porsche, right? Like, you know, you ain't pay that bill. Yeah, but yeah, I just think that I agree. I think that Garcelle was trying really hard for Sutton's sake, and I think Sutton knows exactly who her mama is, and she pulled Garcelle's side and was like, "Look, girl, I appreciate you taking one for the team, because I'm gonna tell you now, my mama a doozy." Because I mean, Reba treat Sutton like shit, so I mean.
But then we get to the point where Garcelle gave her the gift.
Oh,
that she gave her that gift. Now, man, you know it wasn't no fucking snake in that box.
It should have been.
It should have been. It should have been.
You can say thank you. You can say thank you.
And this I was gonna say. Did she say thank you? She said something under her breath, but I was like, "What is?" Because I kept rewinding. I'm like, "What did that lady say to Garcelle?" But I never caught what she said. But I know it wasn't thank you.
No, it wasn't. But I ain't gonna hold you. The scarf was ugly. So I mean, if the scarf was kind of ugly, so I'm not mad. So, but I am kind of mad.
It says in the after show, Sutton alluded to the fact that Reba regifted Garcelle's gift at Thanksgiving.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And I bet you she didn't allude to it. Sutton was being nice. Sutton saw somebody unwrap that damn gift, and she was like, "That's the daggone gift Garcelle gave her."
That's why I didn't like the fact that Garcelle bought that lady a gift, because I know that Sutton pulled her aside to tell her mama was some racist ass heifer. I know she did. That's why Garcelle was trying so damn hard. And I was looking at Garcelle like, girl, you don't need to reason with crazy. You got to let her do whatever she gonna do. Shoot this scene and mind your business. But
I saw on Twitter somebody was like, a racist and a lesbian. I mean, a black woman and a lesbian together.
Right. Look, Mika said, wait till Reba find out Kyle is Jewish.
Okay. It's gonna be.
Right, and a lesbian. Right.
Yeah, they said a black woman and a lesbian. I hollered when I saw that. I was like, yep.
Hell nah.
Because Kyle spoke on that last night on Watch What Happens Live, because she said that she had to see, this is going back to stuff that we've talked about. Kyle was on Watch What Happens Live last night with Harry. And you got on the after show, she called Garcelle an asshole for alluding to her, talking about come out the closet, something like that. So she's like, well, Garcelle and I had a conversation about this. And Andy's like, y'all had a conversation off camera? She said, yeah. I was like, see, you ain't slick, Kyle. I be trying to defend you sometimes, but you just do shit that.
I don't know why, but.
You just do shit that can't, like, God damn. I'm just going to have to jump off this.
You know what, JB? I'm sorry. Let me apologize. I should not have done that.
You fine?
Because the way I be defending Kenya and Candace, my bad. I'm sorry.
Well, I defend Candace. I ain't always defended Kenya. I defended her against Marlo, but I ain't never. But Candace, I swing for Candace, and people come at me all the time about Candace. So we on the same page with that one because I swing behind Candace.
I miss Candace.
I do too. I need her to come back. I think with these new girls, she'll fit in. Just get rid of Ashley.
No, I think that she was just trying to get through the pregnancy. I think that was the big thing. Whereas I know I'm pregnant. Mm-hmm. Let me take this season because she might come back next season, but I don't think she wanted to deal with the stress and possibly, anything like that.
You think she'd be able to come? She'd not be able to come. You think she'd come back even with the whole situation with Garcelle? Not Garcelle. Who is what's the neck? Thank you. I couldn't get it out.
You call her neck?
Yes.
I call her Saturn's rings.
Right, Saturn's ring.
If Karen doesn't come back, I could definitely see it because they'll really be desperate to. And I know everybody don't like Karen, but Karen will be big shoes to fill. If
I'm worried about them bringing back as a friend, Robin.
That's who I thought really be was about to.
Well, Robin was on Watch What Happens Live last night.
No,
yeah,
we don't.
She was on Watch What Happens Live with Giselle. That's why I'm thinking Robin gonna have the same thing that Phaedra had, and they're gonna bring her back as a friend.
We don't. Fuck.
For the love of God, I want to see that lady even in my life.
Well, you know who would be happy to see Robin?
Who?
Josiah.
Now you know he be trolling.
I gotta say, who would be happy to see some Robin?
I don't think I'll be happy to see is Juan.
Right. I was going. Well, I said it in the back of my head, but I'm a betrothed woman, so I can't talk like that no more. But
Juan is. I've never seen the appeal for him. I'm just saying, he just looks like a broke down, broke ass coach. Oh, that's what he is, right? Oh, okay.
You might not. I'm gonna be quiet.
So the next thing that happened was when they went to go. So RHOBH's house is on the same behind that big house, right? And they were talking about Sutton's son, James. She said, "Oh, he's weird." And Garcelle tried to, see, this is my problem with Garcelle. She's trying to, have some kind of commonality with this lady. Talking about mine is weird too. She's like, "Oh yeah, I saw yours. You saw mine."
Baby Kyle was like, "Well, I ain't about to call one of my kids weird. I mean, I don't care what y'all got going on."
But one thing I did not say in my review, because again, I don't say everything in my review if I know I'm doing a panel because I want to say something for the panel. I just find it to be interesting that none of them were invited into her house.
You know why?
You don't want the blackie in there. The blackie can come.
But you know what though? Because what was so crazy is like as I was reviewing it, I was making notes and like as we all do. And before we physically got to the scene, I'm sitting there like, she probably resents her daughter, or there's something there. And then when Sutton was saying how she always, big ups Christian, but never me, and I'm like, there it is. And when she even brought up the whole, and it comes later, but the whole, how are you going to pay for this and this and this? And Sutton was thinking, because they're trying to make it seem like, oh, we're thinking about this. It's like, no, she's become accustomed to a certain
that was about maintaining her lifestyle. Right. She didn't care about Christian. She cared about the lifestyle that Christian
Mama said, "You met a rich man, and I'm living off that rich man."
Right.
Daughter,
like, don't be like y'all. My lifestyle don't need to change because y'all ain't getting along.
Exactly. Like, did you divorce him, but make sure that Mama still gets taken care of over here? Because I don't want to. I ain't trying to be like Medea and get on the pole.
That's exactly what that was. Oh, Mama, we don't need you on the pole.
But but one thing I will say, and I said this in my review, is Sutton and her mama are a lot alike.
Very much.
And Sutton doesn't want to realize it because I actually had one of my cousins say to me, it was my cousin Yolanda, she passed from breast cancer. Both mom and I, like Yolanda's for my mother, that's her niece, but that's the daughter she never had because she always wanted a girl. My mom and I, we still bump heads, but not as much as we used to. And my cousin was just like, when I saw you and your mother embracing at the funeral, it dawned on me why you two don't get along. I'm like, well, enlighten me. She was like, y'all don't get along because y'all too much to fuck alike. I fought her on that, not physically fought, but I'm like, no. And after I really sat down, thought about it, I'm like, the fuck what? She right. Like and then I had to even think about like my eldest sibling is the most like our father. I'm the most like our mother, and then the middle sibling is kind of like equal parts of the two. But when I tell you I'm the most, but I have the work. I'm worse than my mother. Like some of her qualities, like the whole being stubborn and all this other stuff and petty and shit. My mom is that, but I'm worse. So it's
you.
Yeah. I know she's being facetious, but yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Sutton might need a moment to do some, inner work and to see it. But also, I need for Sutton to understand that you may never get what you want from your mom, and even if you get it, it may not feel that whole. So you need to become whole with or without that, because if your mom goes on to glory right now, and you never get that, you're still going to have to cope some way, somehow.
Right.
And what you don't want is for her mother to give it to her. And it's okay because you want it. I'm proud of you. Because then what does that do for you? It doesn't feel that void, which means that there's some other lack there. So Sutton, therapy. Get it. You got the money. Go get it.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So we move on to Kathy and this party, and like I think I said it earlier. The real reason yes, I agree with you, y'all, that they did this for Dorit, but also name a friend of that you know that can come on and have a solo scene where they're having a dinner party at their home. Like on any of the franchises, I don't think I've ever saw a friend of do this.
But you also don't have a friend of that has the pool and has the status of Kathy.
They treat her like a housewife. She comes in and films when she wants to.
And look, let's keep it a buck. If you think about some of the scenes, like she's had like that one dinner where Erica was trying to go on, and here's Kathy, take a breath, calm down, because she was like, or what? At her house. So Kathy does bring a certain level of this right here to the show. So you want to kind of keep that person happy, because I believe that's part of the reason why they let Renna go, all for Kathy to not come back last season.
Now, the one thing I will say, Bo's in his orange ass, was that a dress? What was that she had on? Because it was loud as fuck.
But but here's the thing. I like it though. Like I love it when us, especially those of a darker hue, wear bright fluorescent colors.
I love the color. I just hated the outfit.
Yeah.
It just pops. I love it.
Love the color, hate the outfit.
Oh.
Hated the outfit.
Kathy said, this was the funniest thing to me. Kathy said PK looked like he was 56 10 years ago. 80 is real.
Kathy is so fucking shady, but be funny as hell.
It was like calling that man PJ.
Yes!
It was like calling that man PJ.
No. But wait.
Right. He don't give a fuck about nothing.
It reminded me of, what was it? Yeah, Toothless, not homeless.
Yes.
It reminded me of that. She was like,
no, that charity is dumb.
PK.
Yeah.
I see that charity. What is it? Is it homeless, not tooth? What is it? Whatever.
I think it's funny.
Homeless
Dorit got so bad. Dorit got so bad.
Because I didn't even know the name of the charity. Because I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, y'all are helping. What are y'all helping? Toothless people or homeless people?
And if you're homeless, do you really care about your oral hygiene?
Right.
If you're homeless,
I mean, don't you have other priorities?
Trying to get food and shelter.
I'm just asking. I mean, no disrespect to people who've been homeless, but if you've been homeless, was that your first priority?
No, not to get some teeth.
I mean, I'm just wondering.
I mean, you would like some nice teeth, but I mean, no.
Secondary. Yeah.
Secondary, third. It's the last thing on the list. Home, you want somewhere to stay, you want somewhere to eat, something to eat. You need money. Fuck them teeth. You can swallow shit.
Let me tell you something. I think Kathy knows exactly what she's saying. I think Kathy knows exactly what she's doing. I think Kathy likes playing I think she likes playing the nutty professor. Kathy Hilton is no fool. She knows exactly what she's doing. But I think that she's been allowed to be quirky. She's been allowed to be quirky and live in this world, and she just lives in her world.
But the interesting thing is, people have said that she wasn't like this on Paris's show.
She wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Kathy knows what the fuck she's doing.
Okay, so then she just doing this to be funny. Okay.
Yeah, playing it up for the cameras.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dorit wonders why Erica didn't go to Augusta, and Kathy also wondered why she didn't go. I was like, Kathy, do you remember the last reunion when Sutton was damn near balled up in a corner because of you?
But Sutton and Kathy do hang out, and they run in the same circle.
Yeah.
I think that's why she said, I don't know why I wasn't, because I don't think they understand the premise of why they're really why that trip is happening. So they're probably thinking, oh, they down there living it up and whatnot. And it's like, no, this is like some real deal Holyfield type of stuff going on. Or at least that's what I think,
It could be, but I mean,
that makes sense.
I'm still thinking about the fact that Sutton had to leave the reunion last year because she had a panic attack, and it happened when Kathy came out.
Oh, yes. I thought she faked it. Did she fake it?
I mean, she didn't want to answer them questions. She didn't want to have to do it.
Right, that's what I thought. I was like, I felt like she faked it or something.
We keep saying it. It's the money. Sutton may have money, but Kathy is Kathy Hilton.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was gonna say it's not even the money; it's the influence, and nobody.
Right.
Just like they said, the people you don't want to get iced out by Kathy Hilton.
And I'm shocked that Renna did that shit. Like, girl, I believe that Kathy said the F word about that man in the club. I definitely believe it. But did you have to say it on camera? Like, I believe that Kathy said it. Because Kathy,
I believe Kathy threw a fit, and I believe Kathy got mad. I don't know if I believe Kathy said it, and not because I put her on a pedestal or anything, not because of that, but then again, she knew the cameras weren't there. They were at a private club. I don't know, child. I don't know.
I'll just say that it's
because I don't believe a lot of shit that come out of Renna's mouth either. So that's why,
really,
because Renna be on that bullshit too.
Well, I mean, the fact that Renna did the whole Munchausen thing and then said that what's her name, Kim was like one drink or away from death.
But the Munchausen was all of them, though.
But I'm saying, like, Renna was heavy.
Yeah, she was.
So it's that whole thing of I don't believe a lot of what comes out of her mouth. Like, I need a valid source,
right?
And you know what? Really, B said this on her review when that shit was going down, and I didn't even think about it because Really B was like, if Kathy the Hilton is going the fuck off and both of y'all are at the house and no one's there, you mean to tell me you ain't pick up your phone and press record?
Yeah.
And when I'm watching, I'm like, really, man, you got a motherfucker, but yeah.
Yeah, because as calculated as Renna is, I can't. That was my thing too. Is as calculated as Renna is, I'm like, girl, I'm sure you would have recorded that to have ammunition on Kathy.
And not only that, but the cameras. Listen, y'all know, and we know this from other other shows. Even when they're going to somebody's house, they have cameras. They have cameras in the house. They post cameras and they have a camera crew. So even if the camera crew wasn't at that house when they got back to the house, they would have had footage of Kathy Hilton in that hallway. Now, I get it. Kathy Hilton she's got clout and all of that, but it would have leaked out. Yeah. Something would have been said somewhere, somehow. Well, we do have footage, but we're not going to show it. So them not having footage in the club is one thing. Them not having any footage in the car, they always have a camera in the car. Yep. They always have cameras at the house. Even when they're staying at somebody's private house, which I know they were at Kyle's house, they have to have permission. That's when they stay. They always have cameras. That's why you get hallway footage and all of that. You ain't going to sit here and tell me they didn't have no footage. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. If it was that explosive and it was on that level, somebody saw something.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So the next scene, we see Sutton as she took Garcelle and Kyle to dinner. Was that a pizza place that they went to?
It was an Italian restaurant.
Okay. I was like, what is this they went to? So Sutton is talking about how she doesn't feel supported by her mama, after she opened up her store. But her mom always talks about what Christian is doing. And then this part had me laughing when she said that her mom was like, how is she gonna be supported when they divorced? And Garcelle was like, oh, she was just caring for you. She's like, no, she meant herself. How is she gonna be supported once we get divorced? And I was like, damn. So your mom just saying, girl, I don't give a fuck about you divorcing this man. Just make sure that I'm good over here, that I ain't ever got to get another job. I ain't got to worry about Social Security, none of that shit.
But we can't be surprised. Let's go to Atlanta. Y'all saw how, shout out to Terrence, Mammy Joyce was when Candy was trying to marry Todd because she thought,
yep.
You finna cut off my supply and don't let something happen to Candy because then I ain't even finna be taken care of.
It's true.
It happens.
Yes, it's true. That's the reason why Mammy Joyce ain't like the whole Todd situation in the first place. That's what I think. So I'm with you, y'all.
No, I agree 100%. And that's when I knew. I said, oh, so this was never about her really liking Christian over Sutton. This was about her liking the lifestyle that Christian provided. That's what that was always about.
Yeah. She could give a fuck about that man.
And let's not forget, and I'm not trying to be mean, But let's not forget Sutton's father that had issues and how he is no longer here. You know, there's a whole layer to that as well, because Sutton admitted that her father was actually a drug addict. So there's a lot to that story as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that.
I mean, it could be. Yeah, it's definitely more to it. But I mean, the fact that you only worried about you being taken care of and not your daughter and her kids, baby, that's a lot about you.
Not even that. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm shocked Sutton didn't go smooth the fuck off when she was like, yeah, because that was the weird one. The fuck you mean my son?
Right.
Yeah.
That I be like, fuck you being mama. What the you my child?
But remember,
right. Yeah, her reaction was a little passive for me.
But I feel like that's the dynamic of their relationship. That her mama say whatever she want, and then Sutton just kind of sits there and not.
Guess what? And guess who got the purse with the money in it?
Right. Well, somebody said it in the comments. This is too close to home. This is a little too close to comfort for me because I got certain things going on in my family that's like this. So I'm with you. Cuss her ass out and tell them to move along. But some people.
But you do have some parents where they play their hand in such a way to where they feel as if they have to be a certain way so their kids never rebel. But when the child finally realizes how much power they actually have, they become a threat to that parent in particular.
Right.
Correct.
And I think if Sutton really owns it, like that's why I say go to therapy, because then it'll be just like, why am I accepting breadcrumbs when I got a whole bakery?
Yeah. Yeah. But that requires you to even step outside of yourself and realize that. Like, that's a lot of self-reflection and self-awareness to be able to get you to move into that direction. And if you don't have, you're right. Because this lady should have been got cussed out. She should have been got cussed out, in my humble opinion. But, you know, you're right.
I agree. Anybody else got anything they want to add?
No.
All right. So the last scene is back at Kathy's. So Bo starts it by saying that she feels when it comes to Kyle, that Kyle is very cold to her. And I will give her that. Kyle is definitely cold when it comes to Bo's. Because even when she went to go see Bo's after her fibroid surgery, that was a calculated move on. I got to be honest, that was a calculated move on Kyle's part.
Definitely.
So she wonders if there's something going on in Kyle's life, which I've said this before. We know it's a lot of stuff that is going on with Kyle. Her best friend took her own life. She and Mauricio going through the divorce. Kyle is struggling with being a lesbian. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on with her. And I just wish she would be. The thing is with Kyle is I just want her to be honest about the shit. Like, come on, Kyle.
Girl.
Come to the light.
Yes, like, girl.
Fine. So I thought it was interesting that Kathy,
you are for your pride.
I thought it was interesting that Kathy said that, you know, she when it comes down to Kyle, she, you know, asks her questions, but the fact that she knows how Kyle is, she'll just back off. And she mentioned her being a Capricorn. She mentioned Kyle being a Capricorn. I was like, interesting.
Y'all get your people. They cutting up.
I don't want to touch that part, but I really feel like Kathy was saying two different things at the same time. On one hand, it's we just went through something, and I don't want to say the wrong thing to where we gonna be on the outs again. But then it's the flip side of that coin to where is don't come to me asking me questions about my damn sister.
That's what I was thinking. Hold on, that's what I was thinking.
I feel like that's what it was too. I feel like Kathy was like, look, me and her just started speaking again. I ain't about to you ain't getting me caught up in this trick bag. I know how this shit works. Exactly. I ain't got nothing to say.
Exactly. That's why she quickly turned it back on to Dorit. She said, Dorit looks stupid. She'll tell all her business. Go ahead, Dorit, what's going on with you? That's exactly what Kathy did. That's exactly what Kathy did. She said, I ain't finna talk about my sister. Nah.
Right.
They have been beefing for years. Those sisters have had issues since this show fucking started.
Yeah.
The Richard sisters have had it out since season 1 with Kyle and Kim in the back of that limo
You stole my goddamn house.
You stole my fucking house.
Oh, really quickly. Bell perspective. Did you do your homework assignment yet?
I was hoping you had forgot, because no, I did not.
Bell, it's on YouTube, and we all on YouTube.
I'm sorry. Y'all, listen. It's hard. Y'all know I work a full-time job. I be busy. Shoot. Okay. I know I gotta go back and watch the clip. Hold on, because I wrote it in my notes. Okay, I'll have it by next week.
And
no, I mean, like once we're done with the season, I do want us to just have one last panel after the review where we just talk about that scene.
Okay.
But I need for you to see one, why I stand Kim the way that I do, but also when I say that it's easy to clear the table. Plus, Kim said Kathy's a better sister than you have ever been.
Yeah, she did.
I was like, oh, we going there. We going there.
But see, Kim and Kathy be falling out with each other too. They all fall out with each other.
Okay, but what siblings ain't falling out with each other?
I'm the poster child for it. I ain't talking to half of mine.
That's true. I just started talking back to my brother again. So
look, I'm not really there with none of my siblings at the moment. So I mean,
it'd be like that. Okay, y'all, I got you though. It's in my notes. I ain't forgot. I mean, I did, but I got you. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I did, but
all right, guys. So the last thing that happened in this was Kathy asked Dorit, how was everything? And she said, my life is shit. And I was like, your life been shit for years. So what's new? What's new, pussycat? So she said that, her and PK, they wanted to work on their resentment. I was like, girl, I don't think PK wants to work on a resentment with you. This man wants to get rid of you, not the other way around. So Dorit is talking about how she's protected PK over the years. No, you've protected yourself as well, because you guys are still married and y'all have had legal issues. So his issues affect you. So you're protecting your own self-interest. And like, I think really you said it earlier in the review, in the live, where it's somebody said Mad Day. This is Mad Day for Dorit. Because Dorit is Mad Day because Kathy says, well, at least he's a good father. No, he's not. I said, oh, he ain't been a good father for years because your husband spends more time in London than he does here with you. So he ain't been a good father. So what are you talking about now? Like, what do y'all think about that?
I'm not surprised he ain't.
I think she better take advice from Erica. Erica said you better gear up, go get you an attorney because that man about to divorce you, and that's all I agree.
Erica was giving her real talk. That's all.
Real talk.
That's really it.
Yeah. That's why I like Erica right there. I was like, come on, come on, tell the truth. Just but Erica
take her own advice because she's not divorced.
That man about to hit you with divorce. And then Dorit be slow walking shit, talking about something. Mm-hmm. Well, he sent me this long text. I can't do it like JB. But he sent me this long text, and then he want to talk about bills that he gonna pay and not pay. I'm like, girl, do you not see the writing on the wall? This man is setting you up. He done already talked to an attorney. He already figured out what he can and can't do, what he does and does not have to do, and he getting you ready. And when he get back from London, he's gonna be putting some paperwork on you.
Yes,
and that's what she was saying. She was talking about the fact that he's talking about paying the mortgage. They want to figure out custody, and if they can't figure that out, they're gonna go for a divorce. And then she's like, "We've been married for 9.5 years," and they're like, "When is it gonna be 10 years?" She said in 6 months, and they were like, "Girl." And she said California is a community property state.
Community property state.
Divorced before 10 years.
Yeah.
So I actually had someone, a review, subscriber, post this in my review from last week. I'm gonna read it if I can pull it up. Here it is. So it was 73 Shade 93, and she said in California for marriages that last 10 years or more, the court has the discretion to order long-term alimony. Long-term alimony may last indefinitely or until certain events occur, such as death of either party or the remarriage of the supported spouse.
And that's why Sutton's not gonna get remarried, because if she gets remarried, that money gonna go bye-bye from Christian.
And she'll be a goddamn fool if she marries somebody, unless they can pay her more. Not even. Don't give up your bag, girl.
I'm about to say, I don't give a damn. We
yeah,
just be living in sin the rest of our lives. I'm
sorry. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. It says if only Erica was honest with Kyle.
What? I mean, if only Kyle was honest with herself. But anyway,
okay.
The thing with Erica is she's giving this advice to Dorit, but like I said before, I still don't think Erica is divorced from Tom. I think that her and Tom are still currently married.
She's never going to get. She can't divorce Tom because at this point, they're not going to grant her a divorce because they saying the man got Alzheimer's and dementia.
Well,
he's not of sound mind to be signed a legal paperwork.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking too.
He's incapacitated, isn't he?
What happened?
He's incapacitated, right?
Well, I don't think he's incapacitated, but they said he has dementia. I don't know if she can divorce him with him having dementia.
But if y'all peeped it,
I don't know at this point. She just gonna have to wait for him to die. And I hate to say it like that, but I don't think she can.
But no, when she was saying like I'm preaching to you as much as I'm preaching to me, because what Erica was trying to say is if I was smart, I would have divorced his ass before all this legal shit came out, so I could have walked away with something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if Erica had left a year, just a year earlier.
Yeah,
if
I did
she
catch
had
her
left
say
just
that.
a year earlier, she'd have been all right.
I did catch her when she said that.
Yeah.
But
do y'all think?
Listen to her.
Well, who?
I said Dorit does need to listen because, like I said earlier, PK has gotten to the point where this man is sober and he's realizing he doesn't like his wife, so he wants to get rid. He wants to be done with her. And I mean, let's be real. Dorit is annoying as fuck. So I can imagine what it's like. I can't even imagine what it's like living with that lady and that fake ass accent.
Sleeping beside her every night will get on my damn nerves.
You're from Connecticut.
I'll sleep in another room.
Sitting there with that Tina Turner fake ass accent. If you don't go sit your ass down somewhere.
Wait. Don't Tina can't be catching strays. Don't do that.
I don't give a damn. I love Tina Turner too, but Tina Turner that fake ass accent. She from Nutbush city limits.
Don't do
They don't have no listen. They don't have no English accent in Nutbush.
We not finna do AT Tina. No, we not.
She already did a chair.
I don't care.
Nutbush city limits. You can say what you want. I don't give a damn.
Wait, question. Do y'all think that's the reason why Kyle and Mauricio are holding off because of this 10-year marriage separation thing or the community property thing that they don't want to split their assets? Right. And in order to prevent that from making it a messy divorce, they're deciding to hold off and just staying married. Yeah, I think that's
but what would be interesting is if Kyle and Mauricio was just forthcoming, whereas we're in open marriage now.
Yeah.
Why is that? We fell out of love, and guess what? We like what we got. We not like this is a business agreement. We not finna fuck up the money.
Right.
So Mauricio can do what he want to do. I'm finna do what I want to do over here. Our kids grown. It ain't none of their business.
Right.
That would be some good shit.
That's what I think with them. Yeah, I think with them it's strictly a business thing. I think that it would be. I think that they're cool enough heads to understand that they would spend way too much money on attorneys trying to unravel all of their business affairs, because she's not wrong when she says, look, we were married when he started the agency, and she can show that she helped him start the agency. I mean, hell, your sister-in-law provided his first clients. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think at this point, like you said, I think they were living together for years and they weren't together. And they were just saving face. I think it was when Kyle got outed in her lesbian affairs when Mauricio was like, well, shit, if you playing, I'm going to play.
And I just want to say one thing. I know everybody caught it in the scene with Kyle and Mauricio, him wearing the agency hat, because he's always promoting his business.
But that show got canceled.
I just want to throw it out there.
But that show got canceled on Netflix.
Oh yeah, What is it? Selling Sun? So what is it? Selling? I'm getting names mixed up. I got my auntie brain on, but what is
Selling Beverly Hills or something like that?
Oh, okay.
So I just saw this comment. It says Erica still has a pending lawsuit Will she receive the 20? Oh yeah, that lawsuit is still pending.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still pending. I mean, a lot of that stuff is still pending. That's what I'm saying. Erica can't divorce that man.
Good luck to her.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I know she's probably praying like, "Damn, Lord, just take this man on the glory."
I mean,
hopefully she's still paying on his life insurance policy.
Okay, girl, give it a couple more months, maybe a couple more years. Ain't he about 80? It's coming.
Have y'all saw him? Them pictures of him lately? Because he looked like he on his deathbed.
Well, when you can't go and get your spray tan and your hair done and your makeup done, and you can't wear your $1,000, your $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 suits and stuff, shit, you start looking like a regular old man after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, to quote Funky Dineva, and I've heard this before, he said it, but again, he's the main one that said, you either gonna pay on the front end or the back end.
And Tom,
my grandma used to say that too. So you absolutely correct. Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Good luck.
Now, I have a question. I mean, I know we done reached the end.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all feel about the preview of RHOBH gooping and gagging Garcelle?
RHOBH would have got cussed out.
I feel like Garcelle walked her black ass right into that shit. She should have minded her damn business.
She should have minded her business.
She really should have.
But RHOBH still got cussed out. Look who you old bitch. Who the fuck you talking to? She would have been all kind of old bitches.
I want to see how that plays out. Because I wonder if she would have said, that's my best friend and it is my business. I wonder if that's the rebuttal. Because you know how they edit stuff and it's the whole look. So I wonder like how that's gonna play itself out. But at the same exact time, she might be doing more harm to her friendship with Sutton by inserting herself, because I get the feeling that RHOBH is very vindictive.
Yes.
And she will use this instance to further throw darts at her daughter, where it's so you done brought this over here.
Right.
And she in our business, and you done told her, and then she gonna come to me asking me about my business.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, Sutton gonna pay for that one.
Yeah, further punishing her. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, y'all, Sutton holds the purse strings.
I was getting ready to say Sutton pay the bill, so she ain't gonna. No it ain't gonna be too much retribution.
Oh wait, and I'm sorry. One other thing that I'm sorry. Have y'all noticed after being reacquainted with RHOBH and seeing them that the way RHOBH is with Sutton is like that with Dorit?
Yeah, Sutton like that with a lot of the girls. Kyle too.
But I'm saying, but specifically with Dorit.
Oh yes.
It's almost like that mother-daughter type of thing where it's and it like you like your mama.
Yeah.
And that
especially
was
when she cut
like her mama.
Dorit off. I'm
like, girl, you definitely like your mama. Y'all both gotta like y'all both are y'all mouths. Y'all just say the first. It's like y'all say the first thing that come out. Which I mean, I'm kind of the same way, but I at least know how to feel to myself. Semi. Not that much, but yeah, you just like your mama. You just like you just like your racist mammy. That hoe is racist. Ain't no legend over here for me. That hoe is a racist.
Yeah, girl. You got to err on the side of caution with that. I can't even give her the benefit of the doubt, ma'am. You too old. I know you part of Jim Crow, girl. You was right there. I know you participated. I know you did. We're not even gonna play.
Baby, she probably on January 6th too at the Capitol.
Probably,
Lord. Have mercy.
If not, maybe she was too old for that, but she damn sure was at the march.
Baby, she was in DC.
And shit. I know she was with the signs. No niggas allowed. Yeah, she was one of them.
Not no niggas allowed. Oh my god.
Baby, that lady got a little racist. That lady got a whole lot of racist in her bones.
She do. I saw it. I saw that.
So that was it.
Yeah, that was it, y'all.
Yeah.
We done gave him an hour and a half. Look at us.
Right?
we had a whole conversation about racism. So
we talked about racism.
Right.
Scotty, you all right?
I'm good.
Yeah,
Scotty getting his whole plans together for his birthday weekend, child.
No, here's the thing.
He get all his booty calls lined up for the weekend, child.
And trust me, I have
exactly because you're a whore.
You won't even let me finish what I'm saying. You so overbearing.
But
really, what I was about to say was,
Scotty, 1 second. Really, be what's wrong with whores? Whores are respectful.
She's one, so she should be understanding since she's one herself. However, I do have quite a few options.
Oh God,
nothing wrong with that.
I just want to say that.
Oh.
However,
everybody can't have that halo like me. You see the halo?
Oh, girl,
right
please, girl, please.
Really? Where you going to? Are you cruising? Where you going for vacation?
Yeah, I'm going on a cruise.
Okay. Where you going? Jamaica, Bahamas?
Yeah, one of the stops is Bahamas.
With some man.
However,
I wish it was with a man, Chad. Now that I wish.
I really be. You better not be throwing that ass in a circle. You better not.
Here's the thing, though. For real. Here's the thing. I was just sitting here thinking.
Oh Lord.
And I think that I'm going to only review Beverly Hills with y'all and not by myself. I think I'm gonna drop it. Number one, I don't care about it I don't care. The show's not giving me nothing. And number two, it ain't like they watching my reviews on it any damn way. So it's just like, what's the point? But I don't want to drop it because I feel like the views are low on the reviews. It's just that it's not giving me anything. It's like I'd be forcing myself to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, and I've had to drop shows like that, so I get it. I definitely get it.
I didn't want to do that this time because I had promised myself that I was gonna go through in the entire show and not drop it.
Yeah,
but we missed
the halfway point.
I did. This is the furthest I ever got with Beverly Hills because I normally would stop on the 3rd episode and then call it a day. But and even with Wags to Riches, I haven't finished that either, and I don't think I am.
I don't either. I'm right there with you because I've been struggling to finish that shit. It's just like it's only so much you can take with that Mean Girl stuff.
Well, speaking of shows, I know Belle. Since I know we're at the end, I know Belle wanted y'all because I don't watch it to talk about Married to Medical right quick.
Oh yes, y'all got a few minutes.
Can I just say that? I like Quad and Sweet Tea, and I feel like they're both getting on my motherfucking nerves right now because at the end of the day, when Quad was saying how she get dick down 15 times a week by King, Sweet Tea said somebody lying. Now she said that she didn't have to say shit, but she did say that. But then Quad took it to a whole nother level. I'm gonna plan your baby shower, honey, and I'm supporting this marriage. And giving us her great Tyler Perry film speeches that she always do.
That is,
and I just feel like both Quad and Dr. G are both annoying, and there are some unresolved issues between the two of them. And on top of that, I feel like Dr. G is bothered by Quad and her man being on the show, but yet y'all don't have a problem coming on the show while she was on the show. But what I don't understand with certain people is y'all come on her show and it ain't her show. Okay. And Quad ain't the first motherfucker to have her ex on the same show with her. I'm just saying. Imagine how the fuck Bambi feels on Love and Hip Hop having to see Scrappy in the scene with her every other day. How do you think that feels?
Oh well, child. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna try not to be. I'm trying not to go in on Letitia, Sweet Tea, whatever the hell her name is. I don't care for her. I feel like she watched the show. She was a fan of the show. She saw everything that Quad did and said, I'm going to try to be the opposite of Quad. She slid in Dr. G's DMs, talking about, I'm going to give you what you want, okay? With a little baby or whatever. And she got her black ass and married this man, okay? They decided they was gonna come back on the show, and she thought that she was gonna live the very same lifestyle that Quad was living, because I guess they thought Quad wasn't gonna be on the show for that this past season, which was tacky as hell to me. She living in Quad's house. She sleeping in Quad's old bed. I don't know. And I was watching Heavenly's live the other day.
No, I remember Quad took the bed.
Quad took the sleep.
Oh, my bad.
Quad took the bed.
She's sleeping in Quad old bed frame, because I know he ain't changed that goddamn bed frame. If he's staying in the same damn house, she's still sleeping on that frame. Okay. I don't know if she actually was throwing away some of Quad's stuff, because I watched Dr. Heavenly's live the other day, and she said Quad said that shit wasn't her stuff. Her good shit was up on top of the mantle. So she said, if you want to give my stuff back, give me the good shit, not whatever you was throwing in that box. I just think that Letitia and Dr. Greg are some dummies. I think Dr. Greg, we already know why he with Letitia, right? The lights on, but ain't nobody home. I just say that, okay? Lights on, ain't nobody home. He could easily manipulate her, and he thought that he was gonna be able to grace us with his presence, get married to this little girl on TV. Okay, and Quad was gonna sit there looking sad, sick, and sorry, not having no man. And now that he know, she dick down. Okay, I'm not mad at Quad, but bust it open. Talk about how you're busting it open. Hell, if you tongue him down in front of Dr. G, I wouldn't give a fuck, girl, because he tried it. Okay, I will never go up for no abuser, and I just ain't gonna forget it. I'm here for Quad. So if Lil T or Sweet T or Baby T or whatever her name is started it, I'm not mad at Quad for finishing it. Go ahead, girl. I'm petty, but I feel like I'm right. I'm done.
Now look, I ain't watched it, but I'm gonna just say one thing.
I feel totally different.
I do too.
So first off, shout out to Erica De Niro TV. Yelp reviews. Get that from her. But it's like we saw what happened with them. We saw the mug shots and everything else.
Yes.
How do you think that you were going to get a different experience? So with you saying that she wanted the life that Quad had, guess what? She's getting all of that plus some.
Yep.
Right.
And that's it. That's all I really got. That's all I gotta say.
The way Greg was yelling at that girl. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, JB.
So my thing is, when it comes to Letitia, I don't dislike her. Like Scotty says, both her and Quad have been annoying. Now, y'all, if anybody know me, know I don't like Quad. Her and them fucking voices get on my goddamn nerves. Like, I can't stand those voices. You want me to get that was Mariah, but you know, her and Mariah do the same voices. It's like, God, like, that's why I couldn't stand season 1 of Married to Medicine, because her and Mariah, they were too theatrical for me. So Quad and Letitia and even Dr. G, they were doing the most at that sit down. They were doing the most, but Quad shouldn't. I'm like, girl, you gonna throw her a baby shower for what? Like, hell nah. I wouldn't even joke with that. Like, fuck that. But Letitia, my thing is, you know, she do throw her little rock and, you know, try out her hand when she's saying do things, and it's like, girl, please stop, because you do it with Heavenly, you do it with Quad. And then when they say shit to you, you become the victim, and it's like, girl, you give as good as you get, right? Like, so I can't really feel too bad for you. And the thing is, you know, when it came to Married to Medicine, these women all wanted her on the women and the producers wanted Letitia on this show. They knew what they were doing by bringing her and Dr. G on this show. They wanted drama and they wanted some ratings. Like, oh yeah, if we bring Dr. G and his wife on her, let's see what happened with Quad. And then the women tried to ice Quad out last season, and then Heavenly, after the season wraps, she also feels bad now. We were wrong for what we did to Quad. We shouldn't have done this to Quad. No, fuck that Heavenly. I like Dr. Heavenly, but Dr. Heavenly, she can do things. She'll apologize for it, but then she'll come back and do something different.
Do it again.
Like, that's my issue when it comes to Heavenly. So I don't have a problem with Letitia, because in order for Letitia and Dr. G to come back to the show, everybody had to agree with it. So it wasn't just Dr. Simone. It wasn't just Toya. It was Heavenly. It was Jackie. All of them agreed to it, so we can hear, I just get a little access to the money. Like, so I get people don't like Letitia, but it's like, yeah, she's annoying. But like I said, the group had to agree, because I mean, to film scenes with them and go on these couple trips, they had to be like, okay, yeah, we okay with Dr. G and her coming back, even if they really didn't want them. It's for the ratings, so to speak.
But see, my thing is, why bring Sweet Tea on the show and Dr. G on the show for drama, but then ice Quad out at the same time? So how's this supposed to work if Quad's not there? If you remember last season, after they banished her from the show, it was weak.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it after that.
It's true. It's true.
So I have a totally. I guess my opinion is a totally unpopular opinion. I think Quad started all that shit. First of all, Quad was drunk. Second of all, when they were playing the game, Quad was absolutely trying to get under Gregory's skin. Whether she was telling the truth or not, when she said it was the 15 times a day, Sweet Tea wasn't the only one that said that's a lie. All of them said that shit was a lie. Every single one of them. When they went around the room, Toya said it, Heavenly said it. All of them was side-eyeing Quad when she said that shit.
Yeah, but they got relationship with Quad though. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is everybody want to focus on Sweet Tea when all of them said the same damn thing. But
nobody likes Sweet Tea. But keep going. I'm sorry. Keep going.
You don't like Sweet Tea.
Okay, you're right. I don't like Sweet Tea. You're right. My bad.
But what I'm saying is we focus on that because that's who right. So you focus on that because that's who you don't like. When all of them said it, all of them was side-eyeing her. All of them was like, girl, Quad, what, girl? And then Quad kept going. Kept going. And then for me, like what JB just said, probably one of the most disrespectful things that Quad did was when Quad threw the baby thing out there. You know that woman is having fertility problems. Whether you like her or not isn't the point. You know that woman is having fertility problems. And for you to be like, y'all need to go on and have y'all a baby. I'll throw the baby shower. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. You know this woman is doing everything in her power to get pregnant. Why would you throw that at her like that? And then you twist the knife by saying, yeah, because after watching the type of man he is with his child, it made me want to have a baby and bust it open and bust it wide open. You know that's twisting the knife because that's all Greg. And I'm not saying Gregory is a nice guy. I don't know what was going on in their marriage. I wasn't there. And I ain't saying he's a nice guy. But what I am saying is, you know that Greg wanted a child. And Quad was like, I ain't having no baby. Now, that was probably a good decision. But she was like, I ain't having no baby. I ain't having no baby by you. And for you to just be like, oh, and I'm going to give him a baby. And I need him to have been busted wide open. To me, Quad instigated all that shit. And I'm not saying, so when Sweet Tea responded, I ain't mad at her. When Greg got pissed off, I don't think that means Greg wants her back. I think he was irritated as fuck. And I would have been too. I would have absolutely been. She kept turning around and talking to them and addressing them. Now, had that shit been the other way around, everybody would be up in arms. If Quad was the one having fertility problems and Sweet Tea was throwing it in Quad's face, everybody would have a whole, oh my gosh, how disrespectful. Why would she do that? She know Quad is trying to have a baby. It would be a whole different thing. But when Quad does it to her, now because people don't like Sweet Tea, now it ain't no problem.
Well, for me, I like them both, but I feel like this, even though you said that everybody said the same thing that Sweet Tea said, I feel like it's a little different for Sweet Tea and Quad because Quad and Sweet Tea don't really fuck with each other like that. They don't have a relationship. So at the same point in time, I just don't think that she should speak on that. The rest of them can because they have a relationship with her. But at the same time, it's easy to say they all said it, but just think about it. If it was me and everybody said it, but that one person that I don't fuck with and said it, you shut the fuck up. I don't fuck with you. You don't have a right to be saying shit. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I also just want to add, okay, so the fertility issue. So I'm not trying, but I 100% agree with you, Scotty. If I don't like you and I don't fuck with you, don't talk to me. This is not you. But I can't feel sorry for. Well, let me say this. Let me take this back because I don't want to sound insensitive. I sympathize with Letitia because obviously that's a journey that she's on, that she's struggling with. But when you slide your womb through a DM and tell a nigga that, oh, I could give you what you want, baby. Ma'am, what am I supposed to do now that you struggling because you can't deliver on what you promised when you sold your womb through the damn DM, girl? Okay, quiet as it's kept. God might be doing her a favor because Greg is crazy as hell. The way he was screaming at her, what would he have done if the cameras wasn't there?
But again, and you know, I'm taking my feelings about who Sweet Tea is out of it, and I'm looking at it as a woman. A lot of women don't know they can't have a child until they try to have a child. Because contrary to what the movies show us, it ain't that easy. It's that you don't just lay down, have sex, and now pop up, whoop, poof, you pregnant. That is not how that works. So again, separating how I feel about Sweet Tea and how she may or may not have tried to get Greg, the fact that people are like, oh, well, you know, a lot of people don't know they can't get pregnant until they try to get pregnant. Penelope say lies. What's the lie? Go ahead. Go ahead, y'all.
Obviously, haven't watched it, listened to reviews, synopsis, and everything. So here comes the Patty and me.
Oh.
From what I hear, I'm Team Quad. And here is why. Don't care that you with my ex.
That's not. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I've been saying, like, I don't care you with my ex and all this other stuff. I don't really care that you on the show, but it's clear you were brought to the show to antagonize me, to throw it in my face and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And now you're starting to see what it is that I'm going through. So because you took the light and you came on here to really F with me, again, the pettiness that is me. And from what I heard that Quad did, I'm here for it because it's, and here's the, I get it. Obviously, I'm not a woman, don't have a woman, all this stuff. And yes, it's the incessity thing, but it's okay. I know what this is. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the baby shower. I'm gonna make sure it's lit. I'm gonna do all of this. Oh yeah, I'm getting my back blown 50 times in a day. We doing it every other hour. We doing it every other minute. All of that, and the way I see him with his children, maybe want to give him about 50 of them. Put it in, and I'm gonna turn that motherfucker because y'all want to play in my face. Bet. Turn about fair play. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the motherfucking. Mind you, I ain't watching it. I'm going off what I heard.
Right.
And I've never been a Quad fan, Mariah fan, but I'm Team Quad.
Right.
So I got a question for y'all, because here's the thing that I've been wondering when it comes to Letitia, because like I said, if you look at social media and so much stuff, everybody has this disdain for the girl. And in the 2 seasons that she's been on, Letitia ain't done nothing to really, in my personal opinion, just piss people off. I mean, I can see it if it's, you say something, you know, like I don't see what she's done. And I wonder, do most of y'all just like Quad? And because she came on to quote, like, supposed to be a dig at Quad, is that why people don't like Letitia? Because from what I've watched last season and this season, that girl ain't done nothing. Heavenly came for her first, then she came back at Heavenly, and they went back and forth with each other. Phaedra brought Quad to that. Granted, that was a filmed event, but Phaedra brought Quad to her bachelorette party. So everything has really been done to Letitia and not Quad. So I'm not really understanding why people have such an issue with Letitia. Is it, like I said, is it because people are fans of Quad and y'all just riding for y'all girl? Like, that's what I'm wondering.
Because I'm not a fan of Quad. I like Mariah. That's who. Or I'm not a fan of anybody specifically on this show, Married to Medicine. I like all of them. I think it's an ensemble cast, and I feel like they all mesh well. Mm-hmm. I just think I don't have respect for somebody who, like y'all said, shout out to Erica Denera TV, didn't read the Yelp reviews or read the Yelp reviews and decided to still keep going, right? Again, he tried to get this man by selling her womb. Okay, well, I don't know if it's selling, but advertising her womb, right? And then get moving right into the same house that you know that this other woman, like you right behind, like you didn't ask Greg to move you to another house, like you nothing, and you settled for everything, girl. He don't even have you in Louis Gucci Prada, girl. He got you in Express and True Religion. Like there's nothing. There is nothing that you've upgraded, but you sitting up here. I just don't have no respect for that. Like I just can't. And then you want to go and say that Quad is jealous.
No, that I didn't agree with.
But that's what I'm saying.
That was delusional as fuck. But
that's the type of mentality this girl got. But
can I tell
y'all? Well, let me say this. I want to say this, and I don't want to dwell on it, and I don't want to offend anybody. I totally disagree with what you're saying, Penelope, because as a woman who has dealt with fertility issues and it runs in my family, you do not always know the full extent of whatever fertility issues you have until you want to have a baby. Now, that may not be your experience, and you don't have to believe Sweet Tea, but we're not going to act like having a baby is just easy for a woman. It's not. And as somebody who has dealt with it and seen it, it is not that easy, okay? You're looking at a woman who had a hysterectomy when she was still in her 40s. So it is not an easy conversation. Now, with that being said, I agree with what you're saying, JB. I think that whatever happened with Sweet Tea and Greg coming on the show, she was set up to fail. Mm-hmm. There was just no way that Sweet Tea was going to be successful. True. And why Gregory chose to come back, maybe he need to check. I don't know. Maybe he wants to get on Quad's nerves. I don't know. I don't know what his reason is. But Sweet Tea was in an impossible situation because let's assume that Quad was good with the girls. That would have been a bad thing for her. Quad wasn't good with the girls, and it still didn't end up being a good thing for her. So she really was in a no-win situation. So why she chose to come on the show, I don't know.
And one thing that Chi-Town had put in there, and I can speak not personally, but I know someone that went through it, the whole military thing. If that's true, because I do know someone when I was in Germany, my boy and his wife were trying, and actually I knew two different couples actually, and the military would not pay for certain fertility things. Whereas if y'all wanted to go this route, it's certain. I'm so serious.
I'm looking at Penelope's message.
But
I don't want to go off on your platform, baby. I don't want to go off. So I'm just going. I'm gone, y'all, because I'm about to cuss Penelope out. So let me just go on.
How about we just
let's
just close this out.
Yeah, we can wrap. We can wrap this one because because we don't need to we don't need to do that.
Yeah, because that's very. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me just say this.
You don't love me. No, you don't. You don't love me, Penelope, because you just offended me. You don't fucking know me. So for you to be like, there had to be some signs, and because I'm on the bigger side, I had to know. You don't love me. No, you don't. Because you wouldn't have said what you just said if you loved me.
Let me just say this. You know what? Learn, and I ain't talking about nobody on this panel. So I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Y'all really need, some of y'all need to read the fucking room and realize what's rude and what's not, because that's fucking rude and fucking disgusting to say to somebody. And and for you to say that we're sensitive about a show, it's not about a show that we're sensitive about. It's about the fact that you just made a remark about her weight and making it seem like that's the reason why there should have been signs or something. That's really ridiculous and it's fucked up to say. That's an insult. Okay? That's an insult. So, nah, that was fucked up. And that you ain't had no right to say that bullshit. It's not a show. It's a human being, like Tawana D just said. Really B's a human being. This ain't about no fucking show. That's all I had to say. Because, listen, I ain't want to get on here and show
I don't want to disrespect JB. This is my first time at JB house. I don't want to not get invited back.
That's why I'm just gonna sit over here.
I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it cute because this ain't my channel.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that because
that was kind of
that was low. Because I mean, we can have a difference of opinion, and I say that all the time on my channel. We can have a difference of opinion when it comes to these shows. We don't know these people personally, but don't attack me, and don't attack any of the people on my channel that's up here with me. Like, I don't appreciate that.
And we good. I'm not even mad. I just had to not say
I
what I
wanted. And I didn't even see it until you said. I didn't even see it until you said something because I wasn't even really looking at the chat. I didn't see it until you.
Like, people don't realize how disgusting certain shit is, and I'm gonna just say this to JB and Bill because y'all have working with us now, so I'm just gonna give y'all examples of certain things that we have seen and dealt with. Like, that was ridiculous. This is like with Josiah. When Josiah had a whole stroke 2 years ago, and we didn't say anything until he came back on our panel, and then the dude gonna sit up here and say, well, because he was gaining weight, that's why he had a stroke and all this other shit. Like people say real disrespectful shit, and we try our hardest not to go off on the comments, because when we do that, then people complain about us arguing with the chat or disrespecting the chat. But sometimes there's certain people like Penelope that come up in here and do shit like that. So
I was gonna make a lighthearted comment after Bill, because I was gonna say, I'm still gonna say, because it'll lighten the mood. My mama always told me,
go ahead, boo. Go ahead.
My mom was like, I'm so glad that you are born a man and not a woman, because I would be a gold digger. Like Bell's talking about, why would I will be a gold digger. I promise you, I kid you not. I've always, because my best friend, she dated a football player in our high school who was a star football player. I was like, girl, if you don't get pregnant by that nigga and have a baby by him, so we can have
girl.
My mom used to say, my mom used to say, boy, I am so glad that you are not a girl, because I would have to worry about you going out there and sleeping with men, just trying to have a baby with them, just so you can have a chick. I'm like, you know, right? Because I don't, like we were talking about Sutton mama, how she wanted Christian to take care of, be taken care of. That would be me. Like, I would lay on my back and immediately be like, get me pregnant.
I'm not mad at that. You just got to do it with the right people. Letitia wasn't doing it with the right ones. But anyway, we can wrap this up. We can wrap this up.
Yeah.
And look, and listen, and please know, I ain't defending Greg's ass. Please know that.
No, I know. I know. And I hope I wasn't.
You were just standing up for, like, like me and you saying it. Like, we don't get what it is that the issue is with Letitia. Letitia was in a lose-lose situation. No matter what she did,
she was set up to fail.
Production and these women set her up.
And Belle, don't feel no kind of way. Listen, these panels will be boring if we all agree. Everybody. It's 5 of us up here. If all 5 of us saw stuff the exact same way, wouldn't that be a boring world? We don't have to agree, and we can disagree, and we banter, and the more y'all get to know me and JB and all of that, y'all know. Listen. You might be calling me a whore next week, just like Scotty be calling me a whore. Okay? We can joke and laugh with each other, all right? Because I know Scotty's a whore. So that's what we do.
Do you know that yourself is one too? Do you know that?
Scotty, so you missed something. I did something to you when you put that question and answer on your Instagram last weekend. I left one for you, but I don't think you got to it, because I said slut to you in it, and I said it's not who you think it is.
That was you.
Yes.
Oh my God! But I'm gonna get you back. Just know that. However, but I also want to say this too, and I think really B and y'all can attest to this. Now, when it comes down to whether you like it or not panel, this is like the second time we've done a different version of the whether you like it or not panel, because there was another one with Summer House. I wasn't a part of that because I didn't watch fucking Summer House, so I didn't want to do it. But I will say this though. Me, y'all, and T and Josiah have done the whether you like it or not panel since I first created it, and then the next go round we really being Sakina been on since the second go round, and I can honestly say that since I think the more we all work together. Well, I know really B and T already was working together before she came on the whether you like it or not panel, so it's a little different. But I think that with us working together for all these years now and actually seeing each other in person and stuff, I finally get to see y'all this week, But all of us pretty much have hung out together. We all talk on the phone. We have it's more, it's not just us working, being co-workers, it's more so of us being friends at this point. Like it's more of a friendship than it is a co-working relationship, if that makes sense. So you know, so when we say that we're friends, we really mean it.
Yes.
You know,
when I come out to DC, I definitely want to hang out with Belle and Really B, because I'm thinking about coming out there for Memorial Day.
Really
come
be
on out.
Really
come on
be
out.
Oh, come on up, honey. Come on up.
Yeah.
I come to Texas, come see me.
Okay.
Well,
I will be in Texas. What part of Texas you living again?
I'm in Dallas.
We'll be back in Texas. I don't know about Really
I'll probably be in Dallas. Well, we'll talk offline.
Well, but right now, I don't know about you, Really, because Josiah invited all of us. But
thank you, Ravine.
I'm gonna be back for his birthday in March. Is it March? Yeah, March.
I ain't gonna be. Listen, baby. My schedule is tight. My schedule is tight.
April,
I don't think I can do
March. Child, you getting flued out? What's going on? Why your schedule tight?
Her schedule tight like her braids. Okay.
Oh yes, I'm not mad at that.
Exactly.
I actually have 2 events in April. The Boss Baby Awards, and then I have another event in April. So March is gonna be kind of a tight turnaround for me.
Where is the Boss Babe? Because I'm
Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta.
I'm since y'all all nominated, I'm gonna work it out to try to come out there and support y'all.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, we try. Matter of fact, we'll talk offline, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go on and end this, child.
Yeah, I got it. Child, it's about to be 9:30. I'm tired as hell.
So look, Scotty, don't you say shit else to me.
I ain't said nothing.
All right, well, I appreciate everybody who came and watched
It's usually me. I'm usually the one that's like, hello.
And by the way, Really B falls asleep on people on the phone too, by the way, just to put that out there.
Well, I do that too, baby. When I tell y'all I fall asleep.
Scotty, you gonna stop making it seem like every time we be on the phone, my ass fall asleep. I fell asleep when you won
every time.
Maybe 2 times.
I didn't say every time. I'm saying you're liable to do so. That's what I said.
And will.
All right, y'all. So thank you everybody for joining us. And
yes, thank you everybody in the chat. Y'all have been so cool interacting and everything. Yes.